before I play this video, I want y'all to understand something. All right, and I want to make this extremely clear. We're not taking sides on anything. We're not in cahoots with anybody. So before all of y'all out there start getting in the comment section, start saying, "Oh, well, you're a rhino, and you're just here to attack people or this specific person or whatever," dead that already. We don't know, and y'all will understand here in a second. But I'm gonna bring a video up of Lin Wood. Now, I have met Lin Wood. I have talked to him. That there is something about this man that doesn't sit right. There is no agenda. There is no conspiracy theory. It is just his words that I am going to react to. Let's play this video.
I look at the people that have come out and attacked me, the commentators in the media. Tucker Carlson, Dan Bongino, this guy with the fake accent, Sebastian Gorka, the guy that runs Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk. Not one of those people ever picked up the phone and tried to reach me to get my side of the story. They're all in it together. If you want to start identifying deep state members of the media, start looking at the people, including Sean Hannity, that set this up to attack Lin Wood. Whether General Flynn, Joe Flynn, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and others were involved, I have my own personal opinion on it. I have severed my relationship with General Flynn and his brother Joe. I think I was played.
Every person he just named, every single one he has backed. Every single one. Charlie Kirk now is a part of the deep state. Turning Point USA. You know who took us to Blexit event with Candace Owens, who is a part of Turning Point USA with Charlie Kirk? Presley Stutz. Yeah, him. Yeah, love that man. R.I.P. Love you to death, Presley. That was Lin Wood's right-hand man. But now they're part of the deep state. Okay, so let's move on. Sean Hannity, part of the deep state. All of these people are the very same people that are fighting for exactly what we're fighting for. Charlie Kirk has done more for the Conservative Party than probably anyone. Dan Bongino, too. Dan Bongino? This guy's was a Secret Service agent, served our country, and you got the audacity. You have the nerve to call this man part of the deep state. And what's so funny is these people are all the people that Kyle Rittenhouse went to. Kyle Rittenhouse brought up Lin Wood. Tucker Carlson did not bring up Lin Wood. Kyle did. This is my question. Is this really what we're saying now? Because this is what I see in the Greenville GOP. Is that, oh, well, they said something bad about me. They said something mean. Now they got to go. Now we're not friends no more. Sidney Powell, Mike Flynn. When I met Lin Wood, he was with Michael Flynn, saying Michael Flynn is a man of God. Michael Flynn, you should listen to him. Hey, Lin Wood, if you didn't know this man was part of the deep state then, how do you know now? Because it sounds like, and let me know if I'm wrong, if you knew this, why didn't you say it before? Or this was a blindside, right? So Marjorie Taylor Greene, the person among all these other people that have gotten out and actually put impeachment papers in for Joe Biden, they're part of the deep state. Tucker Carlson, the guy that gets made fun of by literally every CNN, MSNBC network, every liberal host under the sun crucifies Tucker Carlson. Charlie Kirk gets called a racist everywhere he goes. Candace Owens was a Democrat, turns into a conservative because she sees the way the liberals treated black people. But yet you have the nerve to call these people part of the deep state because they didn't give you a phone call? Because they didn't pick up the phone to call you for your side of the story. Look, guys, and Lin Wood, you too. Maybe just maybe, Lin Wood, you're not that important. They don't give two craps what you got to say. Did anybody ever ponder that? You don't go to that guy because then you already know what he's going to say. This was a setup. Every single person that started with Lin Wood, where are they at? They're not with him now because he crucifies everybody that says anything bad about him. It's open season on anybody that says anything bad about him. If he even remotely thinks you did something, you're out. Is this getting too harsh for y'all? Are y'all buttholes tightened up yet? Because it's about to get worse. Because this man, every person that has ever been friends with him is gone. Let me tell you something, people. Everything's not a conspiracy theory. Sometimes you're just a jackass. Sometimes it just is what it is. But for Lin Wood, it's not. And this mentality of I'm a victim every time somebody says something bad, it's not true. Let me tell you something. If 100 people say the same thing about you, guess what? It's probably true. This comes in, and look, I was a Lin Wood guy. I loved that man before. Then I saw who he really was. Okay? So I've been on both sides of this. But this has affected now, this mentality has affected the GOP here in South Carolina. You got a leader that can't even go back to Columbia because of how he conducted himself. So at what point do we as conservatives stop dividing ourselves and stop blaming the people that are actually doing stuff and stop blaming the people that are moving forward? So at what point do we say, look, everybody ain't a rhino? At what point do we say just because there is one little thing that I disagree with this guy on doesn't mean he's not a conservative? At what point is enough enough? Statistically speaking, Lin Wood is not right. Never has been. Just because some of y'all see him as this God-given person, he's not. You know how I know he's not? Because anybody that comes in and says that I am not God, but then compares themselves to God, I'm a Christian. I'm a pastor's son. I grew up in the church. I've seen it my whole life. Y'all ain't gonna fool me. I promise you that. People use God to get ahead.
Oh, with the cult.
You're not dealing with Lin Wood. You're dealing with Almighty God.
Yeah, this is it.
That's exactly what's going on. And how about this? Did anybody ever ponder this? I wonder, what if Kyle's right? Even the doggone dogs were saying, let him out. Let him out. He didn't do anything wrong. But the moment he gets on an interview and says anything bad about Lin Wood, they're all in it together in the deep state. Make that make sense.